I'd kind of just like to say that if you have time and you're willing to do things for free, there's endless opportunities for you, and I completely suggest that you do that. I kind of have done that myself. I did everything for free, and I got a lot of opportunities that way. And now, you know, I make a living off of what I do just because I did that, you know. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Rumpus.net, which is a website community here. They started kind of with that model, and they had some reputable writers like Steve Allman, Rick Moody, who had agreed to be columnists for them, and it's really turned out to be a good thing for all of the people who agreed to do that too, because the Rumpus has gotten big, and everything that they did is kind of like, they don't pay their writers, and we could talk all day about the merits or the horrible injustices of that, you know, but really when it comes down to it, you know, that's in a lot of ways the world that we live in, and it's not like you need to blog post every day, or you need to join all these social networks, you know, but you know, maybe you wouldn't mind reviewing a book every 2 months, you know. If that's the case, you get a free book, and you know, you can join a community really easily and increase your exposure, so to speak, that way. I very much encourage you to do that, you know, if it makes sense for you, you know. I personally have kind of taken that attitude also. And I get all these people who send me books, publishers, authors, and have these just growing towers of books in my room. And I live with 6 other people, you know, like I don't have room for all these books, so what am I going to do with them? And I certainly can't, right, I do, you know, and I can't review them all or anything like that. So I started a page on LitScene where I'll send you a book for free if you want to review it, you know, and then I'll publish a review. And you know, it's worked out pretty well. I've gotten, you know, 10 book reviews from strangers, and they get, you know, a little bit of a web presence, and I get to do some justice to the publisher or the author. You know, there's a lot of books out there that deserve reviews, and I think that, you know, I definitely would encourage you to do that. There's so many different resources in that way, you know, whether you want to blog for Red Room or for another website. Like the Rumpus does this cool thing where they have The Last Book I Loved series, where it's kind of unconventional. You just talk about a book that you loved, and it could be a paragraph, it could be a poem, you know, it could be a more thought out book review if you wanted. But they're very open about accepting those, like, you know, unsolicited book reviews for that, and you can become involved in that website as well as others really easily, by as long as you're willing and able to do that for free, you know. It'll pay off in the long run, if not immediately in dollars.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just was wondering if you could share what some of your upcoming events are.
You guys have started doing a really cool flash reading, right? With like short readings. Is that? There's people taking classes, I know, right? I think that's about it.
We do, well, yeah, so at the San Francisco Writers Grotto, we do have student readings at the end of each session of classes, and our next one is this Friday, and they're at Book Passage in the Ferry Building, and I think it's at 6 p.m., but I'm not sure.
It's like 50 students, right? And they each get
3 minutes. They're called 3-minute readings.
Just like,
Is it this Friday or next Friday? Tomorrow or the week before?
I think both. We do
really?
2 for each session, and I know there's one June 1st, and I think the other, I'm not sure if it's the 8th or
I know
if
there
it's...
is one on the 8th.
Okay, so then it's those 2. We also just had a big event called Grotto Nights, and Grotto Nights used to be every year, and I think it's been at least 3 years since we've had the last one, but that just passed.
is that May 2nd? I think it was the same night as one event.
It was a couple weekends ago, I don't remember. It was kind of a talent show this year instead of a reading. Usually we do readings, and this year it was more of a variety show. And then the Grotto also does other events throughout the year. Usually, we did Read Literature in April, which is when people read works they regret having written. It's a fundraiser for Lit Quake, and we do most of the things we do are fundraisers either for 826 Valencia or for Lit Quake.
Yeah, and with Quiet Lightning, we do it it's usually every first Monday, and they're really a lot of fun. I encourage you guys to submit and to come Like I said earlier, our next event is a week from tomorrow. It's at the William Westerfeld House. It's going to be really fun, and we're having, we do all kinds of, we have poets. There's going to be a short play. There's going to be some fiction. Just come. It'd be great to see you guys there. Do they have their events right now? I don't think so. But if you are looking to find out what's going on, you should go to litscene.com because we do a calendar of events that we know.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm glad Evan brought that up. At his site, Litscene, he has a wonderful calendar that covers just about all of the literary events that are happening in the Bay Area, so you can completely get your fill there. But Wider Awards we have a program every second Thursday of the month, and the next one will be June 14th, and a couple of the readers are Justin Torres, who's his book We the Animals was just nominated for the Northern California Book Award in Fiction.
It was also voted by the New York Times did a readers poll to compensate for the fact that no Pulitzer was awarded to fiction. And so he was one of the winners from the readers poll. Right. And it's a beautiful book.
It's a wonderful book. Carolyn Cook, Matt Runkle, who has a new book coming out, Jamie Tipton, Allison Landa, and there's a couple others, but I neglected to get that in time. And, I just had another thought that I'll just toss it out there. I'm serving on the board of Litquake this year, and I don't know if you know about this for your authors, but for them to support Litquake, they have a really wonderful deal for authors as sponsors. It's $30, and their book is listed and a link to their website for $30 to back that. So really, you might want to consider telling some of your authors about that.
Well, if you're interested in finding out what City Lights is doing events-wise, you can always sign up at our website, citylights.com, and we will send you weekly event notices, and you can also get our monthly newsletter. And I know tonight Barry Gifford is reading at City Lights, and then we sort of slow down for the summer, but in the fall we're actually very excited because we just formed a collaboration with Michelle T., a City Lights Sister Spit imprint, and so Michelle will be reading from discussing the first book published in that series. It's an anthology of writings from the touring and performing that Sister Spit does. And then sort of more community events that City Lights is being recognized in that might be of interest to this group. June 7th at the Commonwealth Club, they're giving away their California Book Awards, which they do annually. And actually City Lights is getting an award for publishing, and also one of our poets, Micah Ballard, is being recognized for his poetry book. And then I think you had mentioned the Northern California Book Reviewers Awards. Their ceremony is Sunday, June 10th at the main library. And another couple of authors of ours are being recognized. Paul Madonna, who does the Oliver Coffey strip in the San Francisco Chronicle, published his second book with us called Everything is Its Own Reward, and he's getting a special recognition honor. And then also another one of our poets, David Meltzer, is a finalist for poetry, so that's what's coming up.
I just want to say also, well, if you guys are free tonight, Peter told me that tonight's event should be pretty special with Barry Gifford. But also, he's turned me on to City Lights is bringing in a Hungarian author with New Directions on June 28th, and I'm gonna interview him. So I've been reading up on his fiction. Is just incredible. I cannot wait. I'm going into City Lights 3 days a week now just to read chunks of this novel. They're so good. I can't wait to meet this guy. If I knew his name, I wouldn't be able to pronounce it. So I would just say June 28th. And all their events are free, and they're really amazing events. I'm trying to go to more of them. They're always great. And yeah, also I meant to say, you can also sign up to Quiet Lightning, quietlightning.org, to find out about our shows. We only do 4 or 5 emails a day, so I'm just kidding. See, I told you I didn't care.
you should also fan Quiet Lightning on Facebook, because I get the event invites there, and Facebook is how I remember to go to things now. So if you're like me, that's a lot more helpful. North Atlantic Books, we have nabcommunities.com, that's communities plural, and that's our social network and web journal. And we will be launching webinars, like I said, so check out our webinars page, and we have forums and podcasts. I don't know, we're just always doing everything on NAB Communities. So, yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here.